So, the history of the Korean So flute begins long time ago in China. Thousands of years ago, in China and other parts of the world, people played music on bone flutes. In Yuzhou, China, more than 8,000 years old bone flutes were found, which are still playable. These flutes were made from the bones of red-crowned cranes. More flutes were found in this area. The oldest surviving bone panpipes in China was found in a tomb in Henan. They are about 3,000 years old. One of these panpipes consists of 13 bird bones of different length. Altogether 4 bone panpipes were unearthed. The tomb is attributed to the Sui Dynasty. But there are indications that the bone flute itself may date back to the Qing Dynasty. After a great cultural change in China, the panpipes lost their influence as the main instrument. However, they continue to be used as an accompanying instrument. At the end of the 20th century, a sensational archaeological find was made. In a tomb in Hubei, which dates back to about 433 BC, countless grave goods were discovered. Tomb of Marquis of Zheng. A variety of instruments have been found in the tomb, one of the most famous being the Bianzhong. There were also 2 panpipes made of bamboo. Both consist of 13 bamboo tubes of different lengths. The surface is decorated with red, triangular, spiral patterns, tied together with 3 bamboo strips. Remains of beeswax were found at the bottom of the whistles, which was probably used to adjust the pitch. It is a very valuable instrument in the history of Chinese music. During the Han Dynasty, the panflute developed into a folk instrument. Panflute playing together with drum was very popular. It is said that the Chinese panflute was known and built in Korea, Gongyi, at least since the 4th century BC. Wall paintings of triangular flutes in the tombs of Anak and Tomb are said to confirm this. Sui Dynasty panpipes. Musician discovered in Zhangsheng's tomb in Anyang, Henan. During the Qin, Han, and Tang dynasties, the panflute experienced its heyday. Buddhism, Taoism, and various ethnic groups use the panflute in sacred music. This is also reflected in the panpipes that can be seen on murals and grottos. The panflute became an important instrument in Yuebu during the Sui and Tang dynasties. In Japan, in the Shoso-in treasure house in the Todoji Temple, there are still 2 panpipes from the 8th century. Panpipes in the Shoso-in, in Japan, also called Chopin pipes. You can see very well the evolution since the origins. And smart plug-in system and notches at the blowhole. The similarities with the flutes from the murals and sculptures of the Sui dynasty are well recognizable. Until the Tang dynasty, these flutes were usually called xiao. They were now called Pai-xiao. Song dynasty. During the Song dynasty, hundreds of instruments came from China to Goryeo. These instruments were used in the Chinese court music, Yayue. From Yayue, developed Ok, the Korean court music. While Yayue has disappeared in China, Ok is still played in Korea today. The Panflute is still played in Munmyo Jeryeak, a part of Ok. In Korea, the Paixiao is called So. So, described in the Gayageum. Paixiao from the Qing Dynasty. After the Qing Dynasty, the Paixiao disappeared in China on a large scale. The long history of the Paixiao goes from the beginnings of the bone flutes, the development of materials and scales, the use in Confucian court music, of fading and blossoming in the dynasties, the spread in East Asia, to the use in Korean court music. The Paixiao still exists, and together with the So, it can tell many stories of the musical culture of East Asia. It is said that the Paixiao comes from the earth of China, was born from the earth, and therefore it is deeply connected with his soul.
시청해주셔서 감사합니다.